I'd like to welcome you all to our introduction to Keynote app advanced training, where we are creating a presentation from some of the photos that well shared with me or will be sharing with me. First, we'll be going over how to save a photo from Safari, and then how to share that photo with others via messages, email, etc. And then we'll actually go into the Keynote app and go over some of the buttons and features. And that way, on your own, if you'd like to create your own presentations using your device, your Apple device. Keynote is Apple device specific, but there are, if you have an Android device, there's a similar app to Keynote and presentation app. Yes. Hope you all enjoy. So, no matter what device you're on, um, we're gonna have to go to the browser to be able to search for different things. Depending on what device you're on, there are many different kinds of browsers like Chrome and in the past Internet Explorer, Firefox, DuckDuckGo. But on Apple devices, what's the browser that we typically use?
Safari.
Safari.
Safari, yes, amazing. I didn't even have to show it. You all knew it, which I love. So I'm here sharing my screen just so we could go over it there. So yes, if I want to go to Safari, what do I have to do first? I'm in Zoom, but what do I have to do first?
Hit the home button.
Yes, because I got to get out of Zoom to be able to go to Safari. Which one is it? Which one is it at the bottom?
The one with the blue and white.
Yeah, blue and white. The third one or the fourth one from the left?
The fourth.
Second one.
Yeah, the one that looks like a compass, right?
Right.
Yeah, fourth one.
Uh-huh. That's the Safari app. Wonderful. So at the top in the middle, this area is called the address bar, the search bar, because you can search for anything that you want, or you can just type in a website name. Like if I wanted to type in google.com, I could sure do that, right? And then go to that website. But then you can also just search for anything that you want. So for flowers, well, before I search for the flowers, let me um actually do just a search for you all. A list of DC native plants and flowers. I just want to know. I don't know what's going to come out, but that's why Safari is amazing. You get to see all different options. So Google has some options here already, like butterfly weeds, purple cone flowers, Rest Columbine, Black-Eyed Susan. I really did like the Black-Eyed Susans. There are some native shrubs and trees, grasses and ferns, but also here are some more websites. So let me go to this one right here. And I'm going to take a look at, oh, look at these. Look at these flowers and shrubs. Which ones do you like any of these? Or
Yeah,
these are
what's
pretty
that
cool.
first one?
I like that red maple. That's pretty
That's
bold.
the red maple. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
where do
good
y'all see that in your neighborhood?
Yes.
one.
That red maple tree, I love that. Um, the maiden hairs, oh, those are cool. I like when plants are intricate. Um, I mean, just there's so many there's so many pages. Look, let me show, I'm not 32, I'm gonna show 128. So it's gonna load them up. But look at all these native plants in DC. Let me see if I can find some that I really like. Oh, New Jersey tea. Those are very pretty. Those kind of look like a dandelion, don't they? Devil's darning needles. Aren't some plant names funny?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. Tall tick seed. It kind of looks like a skinny sunflower. Just for these are some inspirations. Oh, look, persimmon. That's pretty cool. Oh, I might have to go with these, y'all. Parasol white tops. I like these right here. So what you can do, you can save the photo itself, but just because the name is there already, I'm like, why not? I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to take a screenshot. So just showcasing this to you all, okay, that, I could do that. I could go into the screenshot by tapping on it. And then you all see on the corners and the sides, those are those little white lines. So I can use it to crop the photo, which is pretty neat. So all I want is what is right here in this. So parasol white top. Once I'm done editing the screenshot, I can then hit that check mark, and then I'm able to save it to my photos, files, but most likely photos. Or what I could have just done is hold the photo with my finger. Okay, I'm gonna do that one more time. Hold the photo with my finger until I see that menu come up. There we go. Yeah, so again, there are different ways, you could go about doing this. So let me try. I think I lost it. That's okay. Let me go to this one. Any photo that you see. Ooh, I like these right here. These are called Indian wood oats. That's pretty cool. If you wanted to save a photo that you see browsing, you can hold it. And then there are some different options. And it depends. Each website's going to be different because usually what I would see here is like add to photos or save to photos, but I don't see that here on the left-hand side. So um, I'm gonna, if that happens, I'm gonna tap on it. And then there you go. There's the actual photo. And look, characteristic. That's pretty neat. It tells you all those characteristics. So if I go to that other one, I can then find those characteristics of that plant. There you go. I held this photo with my finger, and you all see that option on the menu. It says save to photos.
Yep.
Yes.
That's how I can then save it to my Photos app. So let me go back. I just hit the back button in Safari so I can go back to that list of plants. Okay. One cool feature that you can do, I gotta remember which one it is. Let me go to my Photos app real quick. I just hit my home button and I went to my photos. Okay, parasol white top. Okay. So DOE Dolingeria umbellata. That's the scientific name of that plant. But let's see, DOELL. I can hit let me see, the share button. Uh, yes, I can hit the share button. You all see that at the top right hand side, or even if I'm holding my iPad vertically or on the side, you all see that square with the arrow.
Yeah.
That's that share button. It allows you to, of course, share the website with others by mail, message. You could even put it in notes, etc. You can copy the link. You can add it to bookmarks, so you can bookmark the page for later. But I'm going to hit view more. And there are all these other options too. One is such is called find on page. So you can actually look for words. Like if you're on a website and you're just trying to find a particular phrase, you can use it to find that phrase for you. So if I type in DOELL, there you go. I just found it. Wasn't that so easy to find again? If I didn't hit another button. But I just remembered DOELL. So let me go ahead and find that. That's right. So if I tap on the picture, again, this website, it shows me different characteristics. So it's part sun. Heart in his zone. We're zone 7. Food for birds. Wow, that's pretty cool. Um, hmm, bloom time, August, September, October. So it's a late summer plant. It's pretty cool. So once you have saved that photo to your Photos app, again, you can go into Zoom and then because we're on Zoom together, but you may want to send it later, right? But since we're in Zoom, you can go to the chat at the bottom, hit the plus sign next to message everyone, and then hit photo. And that way you can add the photo that you want to send. You can add more than one photo at a time by hitting multiple of the check marks. You all see the check marks at the top right of each photo. So
Yeah.
you can do more than one if you want. So I'll just send both anyway. Bam. They are both in the photo in the chat. So you can send it, well, to everyone, but you can send it to me if you want to do it right here and you're in Zoom. Okay. So you're already in Zoom, so why not? Okay. So if you have a photo in your Photos app, I want you to go to Zoom, go to chat, that plus sign, and add that photo to the chat. Otherwise, you could go into the Photos app itself. Again, which one is the Photos app at the bottom, y'all? What does it look like?
The colorful one
Like a
between.
flower.
Yes, the colorful one that looks like a flower. Yes. Amazing. And then you'll see in your this is your gallery, okay? This is all of your library as it technically is of all of your photos. So if you want to share or send a photo or multiple photos, well, if you want to do multiple photos, what option do you click if you want to send multiple photos at once? What do you have to hit first?
Mm.
It's been a while since we talked about the Photos app, but if you want to choose multiple photos, what do you hit? What button?
This, do you select first?
Yes, select. Amazing, Louis.
Yeah, it's professional.
Yes, you got it. Yes, you hit select, and then now you can select one or more photos. So look, you all see as I select the photos, the number at the bottom increases, and then you see that it kind of highlights it and puts the blue check mark on the photo.
Yeah.
So yes, even from here, look at the two options at the bottom. What are the two options at the bottom? What do those two icons mean?
Share and
Mm-hmm.
trash.
Yeah, share and trash. So you can share the photos that you select, or if you want to do a mass deletion, you can delete all of the photos that you select. So if I unselect these and then you all see my hands up in some of these photos when we did when we did the camera app together. But if I wanted to get rid of these, I would select them, the ones that I want to delete, and then I would hit that trash icon.
Right.
Cool, delete 6 photos, pretty self-explanatory. It's all about just seeing what changes on the screen. I know this may be new, but you got to believe in yourself. So yes, I'm going to select this photo right here, this one. I'm going to select this photo of the one that I want to share.
If you want.
Or you can actually go, ooh, it went all the way at the top. You can select it. Goodness gracious. Sometimes it's a little easier to view things. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you may have to flip your iPad to horizontal or vertical. It just depends on certain apps if you can do this, okay? But yes, let me go into the actual photo, okay? And then once you're in the actual photo, where is that share button? Where do you all see it?
Uh, in the top, almost near the left, in the
Yes, the
middle.
top left. That is where the share button is. Okay. Yep, whether you're holding it vertically or horizontally. I got this options to come up because I'm just tapping my finger on the photo. I got out of the photo by swiping in the middle and I'm swiping down on it. That's how you can get back to the library. The library is all your photos, right? If I tap on a photo, it takes me to the photo. I can drag my finger left or right so I can go through those photos. They're all in chronological order. If I want to get out of this, of course, I can hit the back button at the top left, but I can also just take my finger and slightly put it down on a picture. Basically, like you're dragging it down or away, and that way you can go back to all of your photos. So yes, next to that share button, yes, do y'all see the heart? That's how you can favorite photos. So if I go back, you all see on the left it says favorites. So you can look at all of
Mm-hmm.
your favorite photos. So if you have an important photo, like maybe I took a screenshot that's super important, or took a photo that's super important, or literally I favorite it, right? Then you can do that. And there's some other options here too, like this one right here on the right. You can edit it, like cropping it, doing all these other photographer things like shadows and contrast and brightness and other things. You can crop the photo, you can add filters to it. So look, I can make it like silver tone or grayscale, all these other options. So that was the three lines at the top right, the first button at the top right. That's what that did. The eye kind of just tells you where it came from. So if you took it with your photo, if you took it with your camera app, when you hit the eye, it'll actually tell you if you were connected to the internet, but even if not, it will actually tell you where you took the photo, which is pretty cool. But look, even here it says look up plants. So
Good.
let me go. Yeah, so I forgot that it did that. So Brenda, if that photo is in your Photos app, you can see
Yeah, it
if
is.
you hit that eye, and then yeah, look, it says look up for this photo, look up parasol white top.
Hello.
Continue. Look at
Okay.
that. Parasol white top, parasol, and then I see all the other images, and then I can even hit show more. But look, parasol white top, it took me straight to the Wikipedia page, so I can even click on Wikipedia. Bam, it took me straight to the page, so I can learn more about it. So if I go to the other photo, I hit that I, look up plant. Let's see. Let's see what comes out. Aloe vera, air plants, similar web images. That's cool. Look, let me go to this image and then or other images, you can even see what they are. A basket. What is this called? Isn't that so cool? You can use the Photos app to look up things that you took pictures of.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Roses, ranunculus, lilacs. So yeah, that's that one that you sent me, Brenda, could be
Yeah.
it says it I think that was the one that you actually did send me. So those are maybe probably some roses, some lilacs, and ranunculus or cully, whatever that one is.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that green one looks like a jade plant.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like a jade.
So you can be as creative as you want. I love this photo. Thank you. Yeah, so you can try the other photo that you sent too. So
Okay.
all right, y'all. So yes, there's the trash can, and then there's three dots for some other things. You can hide it, you can put it in a slideshow, you can duplicate the photo, copy it. You can add it to an album. You can have albums of photos in your Photos app. All right, so just a few things that you can do here. But yes, if you want to send it to me via email, so after the class today, if you want to send me a photo, hopefully with some context, so maybe why it's your favorite, et cetera, et cetera, you can hit the share button on the photo. And look, it's not on mine, but you can hit, messages and you can message it to someone, text it to someone, mail. So yes, I love mail. Yeah, I see you, Miss L. I love those pictures. I love that picture. Thank you. Um, and then you can type in again, you see the photo is there already. So all you have to do is type in the email, the person you want to send it to. And then please put a subject. So put like flower, picture, flower, photo, flower, whatever, right? Just so I can know what it is. Once you send it, you can put in your context so you can tap right in the body and say, hi, Alex, this is a blank. I like this flower. I chose this flower because this is this is what it means to me. Whatever you want. Um, it's pretty fun. I love this. I love that we're doing this activity together. So you type in, whatever, this is my favorite flower, or this is my or yes, so I see you just sent me a tree, Miss Hill. I love that. You can send me that too. Just being as creative. Your favorite plants, flowers, whatever the heck is growing outside. If you're on it taking a walk, you can use your iPad or your phone, however you send it to me, it doesn't really matter, but hopefully mostly iPads, using it and such. If you see a beautiful photo, a pic flower in nature, you can also do that. So, yes. Once you have your email set up, you send it. How do you send the email, y'all? What button do I have to press?
The up arrow,
Yes, at the what?
the right on the right side.
Yeah, the top right corner. That's the send button. So I just sent it. Well, I just sent it to myself, but that is how you would send it to me. So, s- so far we went over how to save a photo from your browser. So if you're on a Apple device, most likely Safari. And then we also went over how to share the photo in multiple ways. If you're on Zoom right now, you can send it via the chat. So again, you can go to the Zoom app, you can go to the chat, and then hit that plus sign, and then hit photo, and add that photo to the Photos app. You can also go to your actual Photos app and select the photo itself or select multiple photos, hit that share button, and you can send it via mail, message, amongst some other options too. But those are the main ones. Any questions? Want me to repeat anything? Y'all good? Y'all good? I see some more folks have sent their photos, so I love it. Um, y'all good? Geraldine, did you send yours yet?
Um, I haven't sent mine yet. I'll send
Okay.
it.
Try to do it in Zoom, okay, while we're together, so I can make sure
Oh,
that,
try to
that
do
we
it in
have it.
Zoom. Okay.
Yeah, so remember Zoom, and then you go to the chat, and then you hit that plus sign. You hit that, and
Okay.
then you hit photo.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Zoom.
Anyone else? Anyone else gonna send me a photo? But I got you, Miss Brenda. I got you, Miss Denise. Thank you. And then Miss Hill. I got you. Thank you again. Who else is going to send a photo? Just take a second to think. Again, we're making this session for Channel In, this presentation in Keynote, so we can just have something nice for her when she returns and to utilize the and learn about the Keynote app. All right.
Alice, I'll send you an email with the name of the
Okay.
flower since we can
Amazing.
look it up now.
Yeah, different ways. There's so many different ways to do different things.
Okay.
You can even, if you have any image, you could try hitting the eye and see what it says, other than flowers. But if you go on Google and if you go like, if I literally go to google.com, you notice on the search bar in the middle next to the microphone button, you see that photo button.
Um,
So in the middle, you see the search bar for Google.
oh yeah, uh-huh.
And then you see the mic button and then the camera button. So
Right.
hit the camera, you can choose, you can hit upload a file, and then you can hit choose file or even take a photo. And then goodness. Why it should have that's because I hit choose file. I'm supposed to hit photo library.
Photo library. Okay.
Okay, you see, I gotta slow down myself sometimes too, especially for new things, right? But hey, that's a good thing. You can always go back. If you hit something, you can always go back. So
Right.
I love exploration. Yes, photo library. There you go. That's what I was looking for. And then look, I can type in or tap the image that I want to upload, and then it's search for it. Oh, look, it searched for that specific uh flower that you just talked about, Brenda. Look,
Oh,
look, you
okay.
see what it did? It
Yeah.
honed in on that one, but I could do it for this one or this one, right? But look, it gave you the exact thing on what it is. So it's a succulent. An Esquiveria elegans or yeah, it's Escheveria plant.
Hmm. Okay.
Succulents. So now you know what these
Oh,
are.
great.
Or the type. I think you'll be so cool, for channeling be like, oh, that it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what those are. So I just wanted to show you just because. Hope that's
Okay.
helpful. For any image, right? If you take a photo of something, you can upload it into Google and you can tell you what it is. Isn't
Got it.
technology
Okay.
amazing?
Yeah.
hmm All right, y'all. So again, any others, please send me or send this in the Zoom, send those photos, or you can send it to me via email. Email's in the chat. I just saved yours, Denise. Please, if you can, send me a little something on it.
Okay. All right.
If you can. But why it's your
Mm-hmm.
favorite? Why did you choose it? Why do you like it? What does it mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the App Store. Okay. It's this blue icon with that looks like the white letter A. And then we're going to hopefully you all have the Keynote app already, but if not, we're going to hit go to the search. Which one is the search at the top? What button is that?
Magnifying glass.
And then I can tap on it again, and then I can type in Keynote. Okay, this is just what we'll be using to present to Channeling, but there's other slides apps, even free ones too. So one other option is Google Slides. That's that could be accessed on any device. But Keynote is Apple's presentation app. Okay, so I'm going to there it goes, Keynote Design Presentations. I already have it downloaded, but make sure that if you want to create your own presentations using this app, you can download the app and be able to do that. But it's going to be an introduction today, and maybe in 2 weeks we'll actually be putting it together. So you guys have 2 weeks to send me photos or flowers together, and then 2 weeks from now will be the 18th. I think that would be a great day to put everything together. All right. So yes, once you tap on the link in the chat, it should take you straight to the Keynote app where you can get it and download it. So let's open it together. When you open the Keynote app, this is, if it's if it's your first time accessing maybe in a while, you may see what's new. So I actually took some screenshots. Let me go to my Photos app. And this is what it looked like when I opened it. And admittedly, I have not opened it in a while myself. So it was good to review and see what's going on. So yes, Keynote. There are some new things in Keynote. Some that are premium services. Okay, but we'll look at the ones that we can utilize. But yes, this is what it will look like maybe when you open it, if you haven't opened it in a while. Okay, so before we start, I just want to share a link with you all. I would definitely go to the Tips app. And then I would go to the Tips app and then I would try to find, whatever app you may need help with. But I tried that and it was not there. So what I'm going to do is all I did was search for Keynote Guide on iPad. And Apple has a whole guide that you can use. So I'm going to, again, I can hit the share button and then I can hit copy so I can copy the link, right? Another way to copy any link or anything is to select it or tap on it or hold it. And then you see I have the link selected in the top in the middle. I can tap on it once and then hit copy. So again, different ways to do the same thing. I'm going to go back to Zoom. All right, I'm going to go back to Zoom, go to message everyone. And then what do I tap on to be able to paste it? How do I paste this link that I just copied?
Isn't the up arrow button?
Mm,
No.
It's
Oh,
very.
yeah.
What do I tap to get that menu to come up? Just like how I tap to get the copy to come up.
The pace.
The little
Yes.
arrow.
Which little arrow?
It's under the message everyone over on the right hand side.
Right, but that is if I hit that, it says photo, files, and GIFs. So I just want to paste what I just copied. So let me give you a hint. It's in message
The cursor.
Yes, the cursor. I know that's right, Louise. That's amazing. You see what happens when I hit the cursor, y'all, and message everyone? What does it say?
Oh, okay.
It says
Paste.
paste. Yeah, so that's just copying and pasting. So,
Okay.
and yeah, no, that's okay. It's many different ways to do the same thing. So I'm not mad at that plus. So again, you can hit the share and then hit copy if you want to copy the link in the website or just any text. You can select it by holding it in the address bar. You see it's selected already when I tap on it, so I can just tap once on that highlighted text and then hit that copy. Or if I wanted to paste what I had copied or maybe on another page, I could also do that and it takes me right there. So yes, make sure you take a look at that user guide if if you have any not any additional questions, but it's just another resource that, you could utilize, which is pretty cool. Okay. So let me go ahead and tap on message everyone, tap the cursor, hit paste, bam. That is just a free guide for the Keynote app for you all. So make sure you tap on it so that we can go to it, that we can go back to it anytime you want. So let's go to the Keynote app. Okay, that we got together. It looks a little different. It's a little darker. Okay, that's kind of one of some of the apps got icons were updated just a slight bit when 26 came out. So let's go into Keynote. Here, you will be able to find your recent presentations. They're all in this menu right here. Okay. It says recents. So I have some as old as 2022 in my Keynote app. Okay. Um, you can hit choose a theme, so you can find a theme and like a pre-built template or of a presentation you might want. So you might like the style or the colors of that presentation, or you can hit start and outline, and you can kind of outline your presentation if you so choose to do that. Me, I like to go straight in sometimes, so let's do that. But you can always start an outline and then be able to add a theme later. That is a-okay. So if I hit choose a theme, again, one kind of newish thing to again just mention is that there are now premium features, so things that cost in the Keynote app because Keynote is now part of Apple Creator Studio. So yes, there are additional like features that folks can do. Oh, I love that, Miss Angela. Thank you. They're so pretty. You know what kind they are?
No, I don't. They were in the backyard a few years ago, but they aren't there now.
Okay. Um, let me see what I can do for you. Okay, so Miss Angela, you on your iPad too, Miss Angela? If you're on your iPad, you could try that trick that I just showed with Brenda. So if I save that photo that you just did, save that image, and then now if I go to my Photos app, I can then hit that eye. I can hit that eye or where that icon would be. Yes, the eye. Oh, look up. These are Chinese asters. They look very or Callistiphus. Show more. Or maybe chrysanthemums. But look, similar web images. So let's see. At chrysanthemums.
Pretty.
Yeah, so these are most likely chrysanthemums. But they could also be some of these other. I love asters. Yeah, these could be. So it kind of narrows it down. So I love those. Thank you for sharing. You could talk about your backyard, and that would be so amazing. I love that's a real photo too. Again, I love real photos. Again, if you have photos of actual flowers, that would be so amazing. So let's go again. Let's go back into Keynote, hit choose a theme. And like I said before, there are some premium options. So if you see a little purple-ish kind of star on a theme, that's gonna, a premium feature. So we're gonna try to stay away from those. And you see there you could try 1 month free. It asked me, do I want to try 1 month free? Sure. And then, I'm not sure of the cost afterwards for that. So but I like all of the free ones that were there. So of course, there are some other features with that, like creating images, etc. So it's really up to you. But let's look at some of the free ones. And it shows you recent. These are some of the recent themes that I chose. Basic, education themes, and there are some that have these purple stars. They need those that Apple Creator Studio subscription. It's pretty new, so myself, I'm pretty new to it for me, but it's just on what you like. Or so out of these ones, most likely if I scroll all the way, I can see most of these are free right here, which is where all these, especially in this section, are. So which theme do you like? Which one do you all want to use? Most likely these. Which style do you like? You can see the name of the style underneath each one. So which one do you like? You can always edit the image or that's behind or the theme. We can always edit that. Which do you like?
Hmm.
Anyone? I'm just trying to go through that. Oh, I do like that one that says craft over there, or the one that says Kyoto. Those are pretty nice. But I like a lot of these textured ones at the bottom. The one that says Renaissance seems pretty cool. Which theme do you all want to use for the sessions? For a gentleman. I like the chalkboard one. Pretty cool.
Hmm. How about lookbook?
Lookbook. Okay. All right. Edit an editorial one. I love that. Thank you. Let's tap on it. Just gotta look at the progress, see what changes. So you see it's kind of getting itself together. Bam. There you go. So this is what, how, they start off. Just with one slide, most likely a title slide. So we would title it, I don't know. You can figure it out. I'm looking at the time. Time flies and having fun, but uh, I'll just name it. I just double tapped on it, okay? And if I single tap, it's so there's when you're working with like pages or these like word processing apps, there is like what's it's in. So like this text box that is in, but there's also the actual text inside. So if I want to edit the text inside, I double tap the text and then I can then add the text that I want. So wild, wild tech, beautiful. I don't we all can find a name. Beautiful, virtual garden, something like that. Okay. And if I want to edit this text in this text box, what do I have to do when I'm in this app? If I want to edit this author and date, what do I have to do? If I just single tap, it takes me to edit the actual box. So I can copy this text box and paste it later or adjust these certain things. But what do I do if I want to edit the actual text?
Hmm.
You click in the box or double click in the box where author and date is.
Yeah, so if I single click any box, you see this menu comes up, but that's not what we want. We want to actually edit the text. So yes, it's going to be double click, as he said. I double click the text, and then that's how I can then add or type in what I want. So this would be by this, I'll say wild text seeds, and then I'll probably put the date or something. I like using this little line, this special character, and then for whatever date it is. And hopefully we get to present this in this month. There you go. So we're just going through some of the different easy features to go. So, yes, let's start at the bottom left. What do you all think would happen if I hit that icon at the bottom left? What does it look like?
Looks like a plus.
So I'm on slide number 1. What do you think the plus sign does?
Add another.
Add.
Yeah.
Yeah, it adds another slide, right?
Yeah.
And look, you can choose the kind of slide that you want to add. Look at all these options, a blank one. But these other ones they stick to in the theme. So it kind of has a pink theme, so shows the other ones. I love this one right here. And again, you can always like if I hold, let's see. If I hold, I can drag, I can move slides if I want. Just so you know, so you don't have to go in order. I can create an agenda later. I can do a thank you later, I could, very simple, right? So look, slide title, subtitle, bullet text. Here's a photo. So again, if I single tap on a box, or photo or an element, I can see these other options. So look, for this image, um, let's see, I can hit the plus, I can add photos, I can choose a photo. So this is what's already there. Of course, you can delete stuff or we'll be able to add objects as much as we want. So just don't forget, if I want to edit a text box, you double tap it for the actual text or single tap for if you want to like copy or change the format. And then for like photos or other things, you tap on it and you can see the menu come up, and using that arrow, you can see all these other options. Look at that. I just hit background removed. I just removed the background. That's pretty cool. I can hit reset to reset it to go back to what it was. Okay, so let's go over the options at the top, and then I'll see if you guys have any questions. But yes, I hope you could see how useful this is and how easy that you can create stuff. Look, I can, you know, make more or kind of outline it again. So if I had five of you all do one, maybe I could switch it up and maybe have some folks with blue. Oh, look, they even have an agenda right here. That's pretty neat. Let me move this agenda to the top. Okay. But you can outline it out and be able to edit different things. So at the top, you all see where it says present and then the three dots. You all see that we're going from left to right, okay? You all see that? Where it says present, that is where you can rename the presentation. So I'm going to rename it Virtual Garden or VG. For me, just I'll usually spell it out, but yes, VG. You can also export it. So you can send this, you know, whatever you create, you can send it as a PDF with all the slides or even a PowerPoint presentation. You can send it to others so they can see it. And even Keynote, you can send it as a Keynote presentation or even a theme as well. So those are some other options. Presentation options. There's kind of some over here, like the setup or even adding music or soundtrack. That's pretty cool. And there's a lot of features that you can do. You don't have to do every single one, which I really like. Um, what do you think that play button does? What do y'all think that does? That play button.
If you have music or something.
Mm,
Mm.
it's a little simpler than that.
So the garden.
So,
Does it create a slideshow?
well, we're already in the slideshow.
It plays it.
So
A
yeah, it play
video,
what
a
it plays.
video,
So what does that mean? It plays it. What does it do
like
to the
the
presentation?
video.
Well, there aren't any videos in the presentation.
It plays your voice.
So someone said it plays someone else before it plays it. So it plays what? The slides.
You
Oh,
can
the slides. Oh,
answer.
So when we play, we're starting something. So if I hit the play button, it starts the presentation. You see how it went into full view, everyone? And then that way you can use your finger again to go between your slides. You can use your finger and drag. So you can all can take a look at my video and see what I'm doing, right? But y'all see that's how you can start the presentation just by using your finger.
What is she getting? So
Okay. Yes, Louise, do you had a question? Okay.
Now,
All
how
right.
do you do if you want to add the music to it?
Okay, let's see what options there are. So if I want to go back to the edit view, I just
fast.
double tap to what I was doing, okay?
Quick.
Okay.
Oh dear God. That's Psalm 91.
Okay, we all got to keep the mics in mind. Okay, thank you so much. At the top, if you see anything in purple, that's going to be that Apple, the context or Creator Studio. So some of the premium features. So we're just going to kind of gloss over those for now. But yes, the play button, it starts the presentation. So when we started with channeling, we're gonna hit that button and start it. And I'm gonna use my finger to switch between the slides. Okay. Um, at the second white button at the top after the play button is the chart. So you can add tables. So let me just do a blank slide. Okay. Few moments. Any questions, let me know. You can add tables, you can add 2D charts. There's the table. You can add 2D charts, so pie graphs, bar graphs, histograms, 3D charts, which is pretty cool, interactive charts. So you can add these in your presentation. The shapes button, you see that square and the circle? It allows you to enter different shapes or a text box if you want, or a curve. It allows you to add these or some of those different ones. Uh, yes. If I hit, oops, yes. So if I hit the shapes and then I hit Browse Content Hub, look at all these other options that you can add. Objects. So look at these. Isn't that pretty neat? Objects. You can add animals, nature, food. Look at that. I could put a donut right in the presentation. Isn't that pretty fun? You can add shapes, all different options. If I want to add a photo, look at that. Look at that. You all see that paper clip? That is attachments. So you can choose a photo or a video. So if I wanted to add um, the photo that I selected, I tap on it. There you go. Bam. I can resize it as much as I desire with the circles on the side of the photo. You can add a live video. You can take a live video and put it there. You can add a web video, a web link, which is pretty cool. You can record audio. If I go to the options back here, soundtrack, choose audio. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. You can add different tracks. Yeah. I guess from Apple Music, but only if you have access to Apple Music. So I'm just trying to, I remember that question. So, but there's the record audio. If you wanted to record your voice, you can put it there too. So that's pretty neat. Choose a
Yeah.
file, gallery, so you can add multiple photos in one. So if someone sent me like 5 photos, I could put all their photos in this one image gallery, which is pretty cool. You choose all the photos. Okay. Um,
That's neat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shapes, more shapes. So this icon right here just shows me shapes and more things I can add. This paintbrush icon, basically this paintbrush has anything to do with the actual slides. You all see it's a blank layout right now. I can choose a different layout if I want to. I can choose a different background, so I can choose a color, preset
Mhm.
color. I can choose any color by hitting color. I can choose a
Mhm.
gradient. So look, I can do 2 different colors and then have it really be this cool kind of, gradient, this, smush of colors. Or I can choose an image. So look, I can
Mhm.
choose a photo from my Photos app. So like this is my blinds. I can put it as my background if I wanted to for this
Mhm.
actual slide. So, you know, that makes things super fun. You can also adjust,
Mhm.
like you can add title, you can add the slide number to the slide if you want. Many different features. Uh, Next to the paintbrush is the undo. So I can undo different, all the things that we just did. So I can undo. You see, each time I hit the undo, undo. Yes. You can only undo so many times. And then this share button, this allows you to collaborate. So if another person has an Apple device, they can also work on the
I
presentation with
wouldn't
you,
use it.
which is pretty cool. So you have that collaborate feature, or you can send a copy of the presentation. But I love that collaborate. That's really cool. You can collaborate
Mhm.
with others. So if you send
Yeah.
them, so if I hit collaborate, I hit mail, I can then mail the link to another person. So Ms. Brenda, if I wanted to send it to you or Miss Denise or anyone on the call with the Apple device, yes, open my shared presentation. You would click that link and it would take you straight into the presentation. So that way you can work on it and from the phone, from Zoom, we can work on it together, which is pretty cool. Or amongst
I
yourselves or you with a friend. So there's
I I
mhm.
see, Alex. I still have Teresa's wedding card I sent her.
Mhm.
I had made. I seen it
Yeah.
on the side.
Yeah, in
I,
Keynote, yeah, there's on all your
yeah.
recent ones, which is great. So
Mm-hmm.
you'll see all your presentations in the app.
Yeah.
There's the find. So just like we found in Safari, you can find in the Keynote app. We'll go over this next time, but you can animate. So look, you can even add transitions. So you can
Mm-hmm.
have things like fade in or fade out or drop in, or you
Yeah.
fade through color. You can look at all these different options. Switch or the reveal or the push. Look at that. It even shows you how it kind of fades in, which is pretty cool. Confetti,
And
look at that. Look at that. Isn't that a cool animation you could create?
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so look, confetti transition. That's
And
so
page
cool.
and Alice Page is good too.
Yeah,
Uh,
pages are again for
we was
documents
doing the
and
cookbook under that.
yeah, because you can make books and long
Uh-huh.
form documents. So
Yeah.
the pages
Mm-hmm.
is great for that too. But it's nice that we're creating this presentation here and
Yeah.
keynote together because it's really easy to showcase a lot of photos and a lot of our knowledge. So
Mm-hmm.
So these three dots here, pretty cool for some other features besides the other ones here. So we went over the add to slide. We went over how to rename it. So look at other options. We looked at how to play or start the presentation, how to add charts, how to add objects and other kind of clip art things or text boxes. We learned how to add photos and audios, galleries, and even some other things here. We learned how to adjust the actual slides, so like the background and the layout. We also went over how to undo, that's the undo button, and share. So either collaborate with others. You can even print the presentation from this here if you want to, any presentation. And then there's these three dots with all of these other options here.
Now,
So,
Alice, when you were saying about the music part, you have to have Apple Music to
well,
add the
that's
music.
what it says. That's what it says here. I'm
So
not
I can't.
100% sure. So, yes, choose audio. That's what comes up for me. Any music that you have saved or added. So that is just what it's looking like right here for the I'll confirm the next time we do it if you can add your
Yeah,
own
yeah,
audio because I
yeah.
do I do that for some of our special events.
I
I
know
have it
you
where
do.
each
That's
slide
why I
has different
wonder.
music. So
Mm-hmm.
so yes, I'll be able to check on that. Are there any
Okay.
questions about? Thank you for asking that. Are there any questions about anything that we covered today? And again, if someone hasn't, who's going to send me a photo? Either by email or we were in Zoom together, even if it's not this Zoom, but just letting me know that you did would be great. Any questions about Keynote, about saving a photo, sharing a photo, or
You
any
could do it,
comments?
Ronald. You could do it, Ronald.
I know, yes, everyone,
Yeah.
please.
I'll
Any
sound.
any any other thoughts for the session today? I must go in just a minute, but any other thoughts or comments? What did you learn? Did you learn something new? Did you enjoy? Did you find something new about Keynote?
Alex,
Any
is
thoughts?
the keynotes the same or similar to PowerPoint?
So PowerPoint's from Microsoft. Keynote is Apple's PowerPoint app.
Right.
Mhm. So, but the great thing is just like, yeah, you can export, so you can send this um, keynote as a PowerPoint. So if someone has PowerPoint, then they can then edit the presentation on their end, which is pretty cool. So, and then they can send it to you as a PowerPoint, and then you can put it into Keynote from PowerPoint. So different
Oh,
options.
thank you.
hmm I love your picture too. So please be with us next in 2 weeks. And then maybe you could have some more information on it and so that way you could create it together. It'll be like this. The format will be like this. We'll have maybe the flower, the name of the flower, your name, and then a bullet point or two on why it's your favorite, why do you like it, uh, what makes you happy about it, whatever.
I,
Any questions, comments, thoughts for today?
I heard you, Nisi. I love you too.
Mr. Ron, you gonna send me a flower? You gonna send me a photo?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick a rhododendron for you.
Yes,
Oh,
please send me the photo. Send me a little tidbit. That way we can put it together in 2 weeks when we have our next advanced training. Okay.
Okay, fine.
that'll
I
be
appreciate
nice.
that, Mr. Ronald. I have you written down.
We have to get some other men pictures.
We'll mention it. So I'll keep mentioning that we're doing this, and then if you all mention it to the others, it would entice them to attend. So now you all know what our next advanced training is. So in 2 weeks, we'll be putting this together, and you know, right here. And you all did an amazing job. I appreciate you all answering and getting 100% on those pop quizzes on navigation, because at the end of the day, knowing where to go is the most important. And then what to do when you're there, it's all about exploration. So y'all have fun today. Y'all enjoy. Y'all learn something new.
No.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
appreciate
did.
that.
It's very
Yeah.
informative. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
thank you, Miss
Okay, enjoy
Angela.
lunch.
12 o'clock. Yeah,
All
get your lunch together. 12 o'clock. We'll be looking at
right,
some of my
let me
travel.
home.
So literally we go from the bottom of the East Coast to the top. So it's going to be a fun start of our celebrations for our lunch club. And make sure to come on at 1:30 for that email review session.
All righty.
Okay.
I'll
Thanks
get my flower
again.
to you, Alex.
Okay,
Okay.
Gracie, I hear you. That made me so happy.
Hey, okie dokie.
I
All
appreciate you
righty.
all so
See y'all
much.
later.
Have your
All
lunch together, 12
Right.
o'clock.
right.
Thanks again. You all did amazing.
Thank you.
Appreciate you all so much.
All right.
Great job.